hey kiddo, what's up?
Not much. So, you're really gonna do it, huh?
Do what now?
You're really going to try and wrestle again today?
Okay. First of all, who keeps telling you these things? That's number one. Number two, who keeps telling you these things? Because I can't even go to the bathroom. Like, what do you have, like radar?
Don't worry about who told me. I just called to tell you to be careful, mister.
Careful. Aren't I always careful?
Is that a serious question?
Bruh, you know what? I really don't need this right now. I'll call you when I'm done, okay?
And don't jump off of anything.
Yeah. I'll talk to you later.
From London, England, this is Robbie Scotts Gym, and I am your commentating sensation that's sweeping the nation, BC Braveborn. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to call the action live between Nic Virtue and Chris Andrews, and this is going to be one hell of a contest, folks. I can tell already as Nic Virtue getting into the ring and getting set for action. This is going to be a challenge for Nic Virtue, though, as not only is Chris Andrews a much bigger man than Nic Virtue is, but this is Virtue's first match since his loss against Cameron Bash at FaMniversary late last year. So this is going to be a challenge for Virtue. Ring rust is definitely going to come into play at some point in this matchup. You got to believe it. But we're going to see if Nic Virtue can do what he's always done and show that he has the most heart in this industry. As ladies and gentlemen, the lights go out. You see the smoke there on the entrance ramp. And from the smoke and the darkness emerges the Celtic Barbarian, Chris Andrews. A fighting machine on a path of destruction, bent on raising hell and sending every man down to hell along with him. Chris Andrews, really intimidating force in the ring. This man, a former and the last ever CCE World Heavyweight Champion, and he's amounted to so much following that. That was just the beginning for Chris Andrews, as he's been so impressive as of late. We're going to see if Chris Andrews can pull out the victory here tonight over Nic Virtue. Nic Virtue's going to be on his game tonight if he looks to pull out a victory over the much bigger Andrews. You can tell this London crowd not a big fan of the Celtic Barbarian, as those boos just thunder throughout Robbie Scotts Gym. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited for this one to get underway. It's been such a long time since I've had the pleasure of seeing Nic Virtue compete. Here we go, the lights are back on in the arena. You can see this crowd is on their feet. They are excited here in Robbie Scotts Gym. And the referee calls for the bell to start this match, and here we go. These two men staring each other down. Andrews gonna tell Nic Virtue to bring it on, and here we go. Virtue hits the ropes, perhaps trying to work out a little bit of that ring rust, and here we go, the first lockup of the matchup. Oh wow, Andrews actually out-grappling Virtue here. Nice wrist lock takedown. Chris Andrews is, look at this. Look at the arrogance from Chris Andrews. The confidence is just brimming out of this man. So here we go, set up for the second lockup of the contest, and Virtue now with a side headlock of his own. He's working the side headlock, wrenching it now. Hold on a second. Andrews using the ropes for leverage to get out of there. Ducks under, jumps over Virtue. And Virtue with the drop kick to the chest. Getting himself hyped up here. And now Virtue firing off these right hands. And oh, getting dumped out of the ring courtesy of the Celtic Barbarian Chris Andrews. And now Andrews throwing Virtue back in the ring. Getting back in here. Now look at him. Just manhandling Virtue here. Dragging him around. Imposing his will on Nic Virtue and firing off with these big right hands in the corner. And now going to follow it up with some stomps to the chest. And what the hell is he looking for now? Nice float over snap suplex from Chris Andrews, beautifully executed, but just the 1 count. Still early on in this matchup, folks. Still early on, and Chris Andrews, look at this. Disrespect from Andrews, imposing his will right now on Nic Virtue. Ooh, Virtue catching him right in the ribcage with that elbow. Now right in a sweet spot, and now Virtue, speaking of the sweet spot, dropping him with those atomic drops. And believe me, that's not the greatest feeling in the world, getting dropped with one of those. And Virtue, it's a Matrix style running off of him. And a big shoulder block from Andrews, stopping Virtue in his tracks now. These big right hands, these big uppercuts right into the rib cage. Taking him down with a big clothesline. Ladies and gentlemen, this match has been all Chris Andrews thus far. And you gotta believe that's that ring rust coming into play here, as Virtue has not been able to establish any sort of dominance or offense in this match whatsoever. And Chris Andrews with a big right hand, laying him out. And just the 1 count again. Is Virtue gonna power out? Not enough to put down the biggest heart in this industry. But those knees might be able to do it. Oof! Good God. This is that brutal offense that we've come to know from Chris Andrews. And now looking for something big here, dropping him down on the neck with that back suplex. Making that good choice to cover him right there. Ooh, near fall. Chris Andrews getting the 2 count. Or Virtue too self-aware. Now that snapmare takedown into this reverse chin lock here. As Andrews now showing off some grappling ability in this matchup as well. Ooh, look at the beating on the chest of Virtue at the same time as well. This London crowd is behind Virtue, trying to get him back on his feet, and Virtue fighting back into it here. And here we go. Virtue firing off with these big right hands. Now Virtue looking for a back suplex of his own. Kipping up to his feet, and this is the Nic Virtue that we know and love. And look at this man getting this crowd on their feet, as only he can. And now Virtue looking for something big here. Big time clothesline. Second clothesline, and Virtue now. Trifecta of clotheslines. Ducks a clothesline attempt from Andrews, and leaping lariat from Virtue as he takes down the Celtic Barbarian. And Virtue going to the top rope here. The high rent district. making a big splash in the pool without water. And Andrews gonna floor him with that lariat. Wow, what a near fall. As Andrews almost putting away Virtue right there, but once again, he proves it time and time again that he is one of the most resilient competitors in the game today, and he's just such an outstanding competitor. Virtue's faced the likes of Semi Babatunde, Scott Barnett, Sylvester Ino, just to name a few, Alexander Monroe even. Virtue has done one thing, if anything, in his career. It's showing that he has that heart. And Jesus Christ, these backbreakers from Andrews. And just a 2 count again for Andrews. You know Andrews has got to be getting frustrated here. Look at it. You can see the frustration here. Just look at that. Using the fingers to stretch the face of Virtue here. Some brutal offense on the part of Chris Andrews. Just look at that, ripping at the face, but Nic Virtue gonna slide out from underneath his legs. Comes Virtue now. Some nice step kicks there to the forehead. And again. And again. Trying to knock the big man down, and finally, Chris Andrews goes down. Taking everything Virtue has to take down the much bigger Chris Andrews. Virtue with a beautiful scoop slam now, getting himself hyped up here. And Nic Virtue going to the top rope, says, "Ah, what the hell?" And here he goes, looking forward. There it is. Second time's the charm as he hits the elbow drop that he was looking for earlier. Uh-oh. Nic Virtue looking for a super kick, but no, Andrews counters. Jesus Christ. Nic Virtue's neck just driving him down. It's gotta be it. 1, 2, and wow. 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 Even Andrews was in disbelief of that one. Virtue's still in this, and Andrews, you see the frustration coming out now. I can't believe Virtue kicked out of that. That's... Throw Virtue out of the ring as Virtue's head looked to have hit the apron there on the way out. Might have knocked himself unconscious there. To get back to his feet here, though, is now Andrews. Once again, looking to impose his will and slam Virtue's face off of the steel steps, or the wooden steps, I believe those are. What the hell is Andrews looking for here? Uh-oh, Andrews now. Look at the strength of Andrews, just able to manipulate him while holding him and just drops him face first onto the steps again. No, Andrews. We have something. Wait a minute. Virtue counters. Virtue with a roll up here. Schoolboy. 2. Oh, just a 2 count. Virtue trying to use his speed to his advantage there. You know damn well Virtue's not going to be able to outpower him, so he might as well use the quickness advantage that he has. Virtue now looking for a back suplex, but Andrews going to shift the weight. Great counter by Chris Andrews. Andrews looking for something now, coming off the ropes here. Beautiful STO takedown. What the hell is this? Wow, the strength of Chris Andrews is unbelievable too. Just the 2 count again. You can see the frustration again starting to build in the face of Chris Andrews, and he's telling Virtue, just stay down. Andrews setting it up perhaps here. Perhaps looking for the Dane Axe. There it is, Virtue counters! Virtue counters a date axe! From behind the roll-up! Wait a minute, Virtue has the tights! Virtue has the tights! 3 count for Virtue! Holy hell! Ladies and gentlemen, Nic Virtue stealing the win here tonight! Wow! A big congratulations to Nic Virtue's return matchup, picking up a huge win over a very game Chris Andrews. But ladies and gentlemen, that's about all the time we have here tonight. This is BC Braeborn signing out. Thank you, London, England, for having me, and thank you, Robbie Scotts Gym.
What's going on? Wait, whoa!
What?
Elle!
And she's attacking Eve Heron.
Eve? No!
Oh my god.
Xander, if I said...
I have no idea.
Oh, Jin took out my kill. Oh, wait! An Archibus! What the? No, Death's Angel! Setting up readied! That sentence! Here comes the world champion! No!
Oh no!
No! Bash signaling!
Oh no!
Bash bottom! Got to be kidding me! I thought this was the beginning! This is the end!